This shorty is to show how the concrete floor panels are attached to the concrete frame. The detail at the edge of the hollow core shows the beam in section, its rebar, and the hollow core decking bearing on that beam. There's also a rebar at this edge and this embedded piece of rebar bent over to fall between the hollow core pieces. The embeds are buried in the rebar for the beam, and then the concrete for the beam encases that rebar. The hollow core decking is placed on the beam so the rebar embeds can be bent into the tapered gap between the precast floor panels. Some installations use a keyway to strengthen this joint. A continuous piece of rebar runs along the perimeter of the hollow core panels. This reinforces the edge of the floor and ties the panels together. An edge form is then placed either as a form bolted against the outside of this beam or integral to the beam itself. Note that each of the holes at the end of the hollow core panels is plugged with grout so that concrete poured on top won't fill these hollow cores. If the concrete filled the hollow cores, it would add unnecessary weight and perhaps unevenly, since some holes would be filled more than others. Finally, the lightweight concrete slab is poured over the hollow core and the reinforcing to tie the entire assembly to the beam of the concrete frame. This means both the floor and the concrete frame work together to create a rigid structure.